Hello and welcome everybody to Baka-Talk Studios. Here to my left I have Weez,
Hey.
and here to my right I have Boom.
Hello.
How are you guys this week?
Pretty good.
I'm about to say crickets. Jeez. All right. Yeah, Boom.
No, I just worked really hard on removing the cricket noise, actually. So,
Oh, okay. All right.
Man, we need the crickets back.
you want me to open up the window?
What's gonna fill in the runtime of this episode?
Nothing. Silence.
Well, jeez. Anyway,
Just nothing, because we have nothing to talk about.
what did you do this week, Weez?
I watched some anime. I made some videos.
Nice.
So the same thing he talks about every week.
Yeah, this is an anime podcast, and I'm the only one who watches anime.
What do you mean? I watch
Why
Isekai
am I
Oji-san
even
every
here?
single week.
Nice.
Watch Isekai Oji-san, and I watched the new episode Overlord.
What if you watched Boom?
Nothing.
Oh yeah, nice,
Well, it's been watching The Boys recently. That's pretty good.
nice.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's like we have things to talk about.
Yeah. What do you do this week, Boom?
Nothing.
What do you mean, nothing. You
Very
woke
nice,
up,
Boom.
I
You went to
did
work.
nothing. I worked. That's it.
Okay, we got to get you off of YouTube Shorts so you can watch some freaking anime.
Did you download YouTube again?
It's on my phone.
Are you back on your addiction?
No. Maybe.
He's back to his addiction.
Uh,
Disable it right now.
we're gonna force you to watch anime. Otherwise, we're canceling the podcast.
Do you know that my phone has a shortcut to re-enable apps?
Did you know I don't care? You're gonna disable that, then disable the shortcut that lets you enable disabled apps.
Okay,
It's called
we're,
breaking my phone.
we're going
I don't
on
care.
strike, Pyrolis. If he doesn't watch any anime by next week, we're just going on strike.
Man, I
What?
worked over like 70 hours.
We're going on strike.
Man, I had to clean a Bob Evans for 30, and I was awake for 30 hours straight, doing nothing but working.
Okay.
I still watched anime.
Okay.
What do you mean 70 hours? I had a 70-hour work week too.
You stayed up for 30 hours.
I worked from 8 to 3, and then from 6 to 8 in the morning,
Okay.
I worked again.
Okay.
I was a sleepy boy, and I could not sleep.
So you watched anime?
No, I went and visited a salvage yard with my pa, and then I looked at a house I might be buying.
Dang, you had a
Cool.
productive week.
Yeah, made monies, and I watched anime. I'm just gonna lord this over you, and now I got cherry tart that I'm drinking. That may or may not ruin my bowels tomorrow.
Yeah, you're going to be dead tomorrow.
That's okay. I like it. It's tart. It tastes good.
Cool.
So how's work?
Work's been super fun. Thanks for asking.
No problem. I posted another video myself. For those listening, if you're interested, go to the 5-minute and 30-second mark. That's like the only part of the video I view as actually good. Except there is this one part where I added the wow thing for a tree that spawned out of nowhere, but that's only subpar compared to the thing I did at 5 minutes and 30 seconds.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, just watch that and you'll be great.
You did that too this week?
Yeah.
Dang. Look at you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just been making a million anime reviews and I'm getting sick of it.
That's fair.
But
Maybe
they're
you could
fun to
game
make.
with me.
Nah.
Why not?
I'm too busy with the grind.
Busy with the grind.
I was gaming with I've been trying to game with McSnazzy, but he's ghosted me, so
I
feels
just
bad.
want to play games. I haven't played Tarkov with anyone in forever.
I just like playing Fortnite to kill little kids. It's really fun.
Why?
Because you just every time you eliminate some guy that's just like bang 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 and can't hit the broadside of a barn,
Yeah.
you just get that warm feeling in your heart that there's a 5-year-old on the other side of the screen that's like ah!
You just described Desert Storm.
The game?
No.
The war.
Yeah. It grown
Really?
20 years. Made Weez laugh. You're smiling.
I'm not smiling. I'm cringing.
Yeah, so it's a great experience.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
All right.
I don't know. Everyone sucks too, so I actually win sometimes, and it's great. Like olden days playing Fortnite, it was like, oh hey, there's a dude. You shoot at him once, he builds a freaking castle, and then just like snipes you in the back of the
From the
head.
princess's tower.
He snipes you in the back of the head. You're like, how did he even do that? And now they're like, where is up?
Yeah, I don't do Fortnite because of the building.
There's actually a no build mode now.
I know there is. That's not going to convince me to play it.
Yeah, it's not something I try to convince people to play, but I mean, you're complaining about not playing games, so that's the
No,
only
that's
game I
fair.
play.
I know it's the only game you play. You need to like branch out.
I do. I have Horizon Forbidden West, and I need to play through it. And I started it, but I haven't like gotten through it. I put like 200 hours in Elden Ring, or
I
something
need to get you a
ridiculous.
computer.
And now, yeah, now
I
I've
got
just
J Wolf a computer, and I just need to get you a computer.
I'll never use it.
That's what J Wolf said. I still got him one.
That's true. I guess I could use it for. I don't know. I don't like Minecraft that much.
Well, there's more games than Minecraft.
I know,
my
but
child. Have you looked at Steam?
Yeah, I don't know.
There's so many things we can play. We can probably get a multiplayer mod for Ghost of Tsushima or something even.
There is actually multiplayer in Ghost of Tsushima.
See, now we're talking. Now we're thinking.
Yeah,
And
more
Boom can join
crossplay.
us.
more crossplay games.
Like
would be
Ghost of
sweet.
Tsushima?
Yeah.
Or whatever its name? Nah.
Oh, there's not many crossplay games.
Yeah, there
I
should
know.
be more.
There should be. Other than that, what else have you done this week? Anything else or no?
I don't know. I watched more anime. I got caught up on the Ruby show so I could review it.
How's that going so far?
It's interesting. The first 3 episodes really suck, and then it gets way better as it goes on its like own story.
That's fair.
I made a review on it, and I feel like that was a good video that I made, so that was fun.
Nice.
Other than that, I'm gonna watch Call of the Night next.
What's that about?
It's like a vampire romance show or something,
Is it just Twilight but anime?
I guess.
No, I think this guy
People have been
like
hyping
wants
it
to
up.
become a vampire.
Okay.
And he finds a vampire.
Yeah.
And I don't know anything else about it. I don't even know if that's the actual facts.
You know what's a
Yeah.
good vampire anime?
What?
Blood Lad.
I've heard of it.
The main character is a girl basically, and she ends up
How are
in the
you
underworld.
basically a girl?
In this day and age, she's basically a girl. Anyway, she fell into the underworld
Okay.
and is trying to get her back and get her body back, and this vampire is like helping her out. His name's Blood Lad. He's pretty cool.
His name is Blood Lad.
His name is Blood Lad.
Not is he like Lad Russo?
Kind of. He picks his nose a lot. Gets in a lot of fights. He's a leader of a gang in his district.
Dang,
And
sounds a lot like Lad Russo.
Then they fight against other gangs in the districts.
Dang.
I think this is just
It's
Dead
just
Lad
Baka now.
Russo.
Dude, it's great. Not gonna lie. I don't know.
Huh.
I enjoy it for the most part. He has like a werewolf friend enemy thing
So this is just Helsing.
with a little bit of Bacano, yeah. Or vice
Okay.
versa.
Fair enough.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, it is. It is. I've only watched it once, and that was like 5-6 years ago.
I know it's an old one. Like
It is.
2005, I think.
Other than that, 2 of the mangas I've been reading are getting animes now.
Which ones?
There's the Sword one, which I think I've talked about.
Oh yeah.
And there's another one that it's called Nidomi something. Basically this guy he was already reincarnated and turned into a superhero in Isekai. But then when he gets back, he gets reincarnated into our world, and he lives his life as a normal Japanese high schooler. Then his whole classroom gets reincarnated in this room. He's like, I've been here before.
Oh okay.
Oh,
For a
you
second,
told us about this.
for a second, I thought you
Yeah.
were talking about the vending machine Isekai. I was like, oh no.
But no, this one's called Nidomi something or other. The manga is pretty good. I'm looking forward to the anime.
Nice.
Nice.
Did it say when it's coming out, or has it just been announced?
It's been announced. I think it's coming out in the winter time.
Okay, nice.
Still waiting for ReZero Season 3 to be announced. but you
I know.
You know, anime compared to like Western media comes out super fast compared to when it was announced.
Yeah.
It does. They don't like announce it 2 years before it comes out.
Yeah.
Hey guys, or in video games like 10 years before it comes out.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, it's
I-
out.
Feel like for the reason they announce things so quickly is they don't want it to get leaked. And if they're like doing if they're doing a big Marvel movie or whatever and they actually use like a section of a city, it's like there's no way to hide it. So I think they just announce it really early.
It's probably leaking hype.
Yeah.
Makes both.
they're worried about the leaking
the hype
it.
train goes up and then it can easily crash
Yeah.
on down.
The problem
Yeah.
is they can announce it so early that you lose all the hype by the time it gets to the point where you actually like care about when it's coming out. Especially video games, though. Video games are awful for that.
Yeah.
Like Cyberpunk's coming out in 15 years.
It's gonna be amazing 15 years later. Man, this sucks.
And then it's like, what? Or like Star Wars video games. They've been announcing and canceling them like crazy because they're like, we got a writer and we got like the game, like a developer guy. They're talking. We've got a game to announce.
Game. EA.
Yeah. It's like we have a vague idea for a game. It might be open world. We don't know. We're going to announce the title now.
The director and the scriptwriter
Yeah.
literally just like had breakfast together and they showed us a napkin with Star Wars game written on it.
They signed a contract that was like, we'll probably do something. They're like, okay, we're announcing this right now.
Star Wars, the story of Hello World.
Yeah.
First program.
I guess for video games, sometimes they announce it so that they can do job listings for it, I guess. 'Cause I think that's
Yeah.
what happened to one of the Star Wars games. They announced a really cool trailer, and I think it was so they could get more people to work on it, because it sounds like, oh, this game has a bunch of problems and it's going to take forever in development. It's like, oh, cool.
Wasn't that like Jedi Eclipse or something?
Yeah.
I think Japan's just really fast at pumping these animes out.
Yeah.
Because in the manga, the first people that usually know that anime is coming out is the manga readers.
Yeah. I think they can hide it better too, because it's all in studio.
Yeah.
So it's just like, okay, I think they have a schedule where they're like, they announce it here and then it comes out within 2 years at least or something.
It's kind of weird because like the voice acting roles in Japan are pretty open from what I've noticed.
Yeah, that's true too.
Like you got your famous ones, of course, but like the more niche animes,
Yeah.
they'll accept like almost anyone.
Yeah.
I think it's also like most people that work in the anime industry just know how to keep their mouth shut.
Probably.
I think people in Japan know how to keep their mouth shut.
Yeah.
Just like in America, especially, like as soon as an actor, like even is like hinted at having a role,
Yeah.
it feels like they're either tweeting something about it or they
Yeah.
end up on the Tonight Show and just like blab all.
Yeah.
Like everyone else around them's flipping out about it, despite them being quiet over it.
Yeah,
I feel like American actors, some of them get like too big. They don't really care about their roles, and then they just announce stuff that they're not even supposed to say.
yeah,
Whereas like smaller actors are like, oh crap, I can't do this. I'm gonna lose my job.
yeah. And then
Yeah.
there's what's that kid's name? The one that played Spider-Man.
Oh, Tom Holland.
Tom Holland.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Disney
There
didn't
was-
like just execute him one day.
I know. There was another one.
I don't like that kid.
I think it was.
I don't think either does Disney.
I think it was a Marvel thing where she announced. Oh, she announced the Punisher's coming back before they announced the Punisher's coming back.
The Punisher's
'Cause-
coming back.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, it was great to work with this person and this person," and it's like that person.
I know they're bringing
Hasn't
back
been announced.
Daredevil, but I didn't know
Yeah.
they're bringing back Punisher.
I guess they're bringing back Punisher.
How is Disney gonna run the Punisher?
I don't know. How are they gonna run
Child
Deadpool?
friendly, huggable, lots of laughs. Also, I think Ryan Reynolds owns the rights to Deadpool, doesn't he?
Oh.
Disney does now, but
I
I
know-
think they're still making a movie with him, like producing it and stuff.
Ryan Reynolds basically paid Fox
Yeah.
to make Deadpool movie.
Yeah, he did. He walked out with a suit, and they're like, "Hey, you can?" He's like, "Why not? I paid for it with my own money." And proceeded to walk away with it.
Have you seen the promotional stuff for
Mint.
no, that one superhero show that James Gunn did? Is that his name? He did Guardians of the Galaxy. He did this TV show with John Cena. It's a superhero thing.
I think I know what you're talking about. It's
Oh,
a
are
DC
you
one.
the
Let me see.
what's his name?
I've seen a few
Freedom
from it.
something.
Cena.
Peacemaker.
Yeah. He for the promotional stuff, they had him wear the Peacemaker uniform to every interview he went to. Like he has the full costume on.
Yeah.
And the helmet. It's hilarious.
I don't know. I thought he was okay in the. I guess it's just like the Suicide Squad. But I don't know. I don't see why they made a whole series about him.
I don't know.
John
I've heard
Cena
it's
was in
good.
Suicide Squad.
I've heard
Yeah.
it's good, but it's hilarious that they had him wear his like uniform to everything. Like he wore the actual costume.
Yeah,
That's such a random weird thing.
that is kind of cool.
I don't know. I feel like superheroes are just getting. I don't know. I know. I know it's kind of weird me saying this since I'm watching The Boys now, but I feel like superheroes just being overused in today's media.
They are. Superheroes are the isekai of American television.
Yeah, it's just I'm starting a little sick of it.
Well, here's the thing. So you say you're watching The Boys.
Yeah,
The Boys.
it's like a parody of this
Yeah.
whole thing.
That's
It is.
what it is. The comic, The Boys, and also the other comic, Indestructible, what's his name?
Invincible.
Invincible.
Yeah, that one's
They're
also
both
like a parody.
a parody on like basically superhero movies
Yeah.
and also like comics in general.
Mhm.
Like they're the anti superheroes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I don't know, it makes it more interesting to watch. But yeah, I agree with you that like Marvel and DC are just there's too much. Like I was watching a YouTube reviewer the other day and he was like, "No, I am not going to watch 23 movies just to watch WandaVision. I'm not going to ruin my life that way."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I'm
totally
like,
feel
That
My
is
God.
true. Like if you want to get into watching Marvel movies, you can't just like watch Endgame and expect to understand what's going on.
Remember when people used to complain that they would not watch Star Wars because there's 6 movies?
Yeah. It's
There's
like
23 Marvel,
yeah.
not even just 23 Marvel movies. There's also TV shows.
Yeah.
They're like have an hour episode each.
I didn't even know there was 23 of them.
Yeah, it's insane how many there is.
And they just announced, what is it, phase 5? 6?
Yeah. I don't know.
That has 5 more movies.
Oh
what
yeah, plus
phase?
2 more Avengers movies.
Two more Avenger movies.
that are coming out within like 6 months of each other.
Another
What are they even gonna do for the Avengers now? Like the main ones are
Secret
gone.
I
War.
know.
They're
They're doing
doing
Secret
Secret
War
War.
and another
What's
one.
Secret War? I'm
in the comics, there's this race called the Crawl,
okay.
and they can shapeshift.
Yeah.
They can take when they shapeshift, they take the abilities of the person they're shapeshifting.
Okay.
So it's kind of like mimicking. So what happens is they discover Earth, and then they infiltrate Earth by taking key heroes,
Mm.
kidnapping them, basically knocking them out, like basically taking them off planet, and then basically infiltrating like the Avengers and other places like that.
Yeah.
And then also government as well. And their plan is just to basically their whole race infiltrates planets and takes them over.
Okay.
So eventually, not to spoil the whole thing, because I'm sure there's a bunch of Marvel fans, but the end of it ends up being a secret war where Crawl. I think they're Crawl.
Yeah, I don't know what the
Anyways, they're green guys. They end up fighting a lot of the heroes because the heroes eventually discover them and start fighting and stuff.
What
so.
heroes are left?
There's, the heroes that are being mimicked aren't dead. Because, of course, comics.
No, I mean like what heroes are like? I mean like I know that Iron Man's gone, Captain America's gone.
Oh, you're talking in the movies?
yeah. Like
oh,
Wakanda Man actually died in real life, so
Yeah.
he's gone.
well,
in
his
the
sister.
movie he's dead too.
Yeah, his sister's taking over the role.
I
Yeah.
don't care
Black
about his
Panther.
sister.
Well, I'm just saying,
Okay.
they have Black Panther.
They have a bunch of random weird.
They
They
have,
still have Thor.
yeah, they have Thor.
Oh, Thor's still there?
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
thought he
Thor
Thor's
was
still
too.
there.
and Hulk
And Hulk.
I don't really care about the
and
universe.
Black Widow. No, she's dead.
They have the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah,
Are they actually gonna be in the Avengers or
Probably.
they are the Avengers.
They
They're
are the
pretty
new
much
Avengers
all that's
now?
left.
the
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy are now the new Avengers?
Pretty much.
Yeah,
What?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
not that. There's like Spider-Man.
kind of.
A few.
He's kind of like back to his like neighborhood role because I
Yeah.
forgot about him.
Yeah, that's true.
There's Doctor Strange
There's Doctor Strange.
and maybe Wanda.
No, I don't know.
It sounds like this movie's gonna blow low key. Not
So-
gonna lie.
There's Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel,
Okay, the problem.
Moon Knight.
Yeah, Moon Knight.
Oh, and then Daredevil's probably gonna come
Who's
in.
Moon Knight?
He's a TV show.
Here's a TV show.
Oh God.
There's She-Hulk.
Is Miss Marvel part of the TV show?
Yeah, Miss
Yeah.
Marvel's a TV show
Yeah,
too.
she's actually a comic book character.
Well, they're all comic book characters. I
Okay,
understand
one
that
of the
part.
one of the problems. Oh, there's also there's Falcon, who's now Captain America,
And then there's
and then
Winter
there's the
Soldier,
Winter Soldier,
which is basically
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyways,
oh,
I
there's Ant-Man.
yeah, there's
and the Wasp.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
And then there's what else are they?
Wasn't the
making?
Wasp evil?
No,
the Wasp is his
you're
girlfriend.
you're thinking
The Killer
Oh,
Hornet.
you're
guy?
thinking of Hornet guy.
yeah, Hornet.
He's like Ant-Man, but no, he's evil.
In yellow.
Ant-Man.
He's
bad
yellow.
guy.
Who else is there? There's got to be something else.
See, the problem with Marvel, I think, is they did a pretty good job building up every it felt like every movie.
there's Loki. Loki's still alive,
kind of.
sort of.
It told you.
He's a woman now.
Oh yeah, the other one is Kang, the Kang whatever Wars or whatever. That's the other Avengers.
Kang. Okay, they introduced the Fantastic Four. Kang is a future version of Mr. Fantastic.
Oh really?
Yes.
Huh. Weird.
And so I don't know what they're gonna do with Kang the Conqueror in the MCU,
I don't know.
but now there's probably
Seems like he's just. some
there's also
dude.
the X-Men. The X-Men are coming in because we have the bald guy in the
Charles
Xavier.
Okay, there's
So-
also the multiverse, so they can just grab a bunch of random.
Yeah,
They
they're
could
gonna
grab-
grab Tom Cruise Iron Man.
They
They
could,
need to stop.
yeah, they could grab everyone and just be like, "Here's from another universe. Here's the entire X-Men."
Yeah.
They need. To
If you
stop.
watch the other X-Men movies, it's that universe. That's what they could do.
Oh, then they have the young X-Men as well. They have the old X-Men.
Yeah.
And then they have the young X-Men. And
So,
then there's Deadpool.
the-
Deadpool is probably going to be in the Secret
The,
War.
the problem with
Deadpool's gonna be in the background reading the script like this thing's trash and toss it. And he's like, okay, let's go.
You see him just light himself on fire to try to get out of the movie. Just like, no, I'm done.
Please let me out. He burns the script, burns himself. Let me out.
He burns a green screen in the background. Just like, no, it's all fake.
He just takes the green screen off the raccoon guy.
No, he takes the Muppet that's on the green screen
Yeah.
guy, rips off Rocket, just throws it and lights it on
he
fire.
rips off the helmet thing that they're wearing that tracks their face. So he
Yeah.
rips off his head, but he's got a real person's head underneath covered in dots.
Looks at Hulk, goes like, don't even get me started on you. I'm done.
Just gets like a mop and a sponge. Like, I'll get that green paint off.
I can't wait for Avengers Real World, where Deadpool just breaks the camera and just starts showing the behind the scenes stuff, kills all the
He did it in the
directors and
comics.
stuff.
There's the girl Hawkeye
Oh,
And
she's
what?
kind of cool. Kate
in the
Bishop.
blonde
Okay, so
Black Widow.
The problem is
What?
okay, there's these new heroes. Okay, one is an assassin. The other one is this girl who is just a really good martial artist and now can shoot bow and arrow really well. She's
They
just
need to
really,
stop
really good.
ripping off
Okay.
other characters just because they're gone.
No, they're
Okay.
all from the comics and stuff. Okay, so there's those characters. There's also freaking Hulk who could destroy everything, and the Eternals who are just all they're Superman. There's one Superman, one can run Flash.
Oh God, there's the
There-
Eternals.
There's one that's super strong. There's also the Galactus and stuff. And then we have Kate Bishop. Kate Bishop versus Galactus Avengers 25 is going to be epic.
Who's Kate Bishop?
She's the female Hawkeye.
Oh right.
She's going to shoot an arrow that's just going to shoot Galactus.
They made a new Mutants movie. So there's the New Mutants. They're kind of like angsty X-Men
Well,
with weird powers.
see, the main problem with Marvel is
the Inhumans with Black Adam or whatever his name
that's
is.
DC.
No,
Yes, it is.
Inhumans? No, it's not.
Black.
What's his name? The guy with the mouth screaming. He was in WandaVision.
Yeah, I don't remember.
He's part of the Inhumans.
Oh, okay.
So there's the Inhumans. There's a bunch of groups. See, the problem is if you're a comic book fan, young Hawkeye, the girl Hawkeye makes sense because in the comics, Hawkeye is like 60, something like that.
Yeah.
So he just trains somebody to take his role. But in the movies, he's complaining about being too old for this crap since like Captain America or no, since the first Thor movie.
Yeah.
So like of course he just randomly picks a girl. But it's only been in the movie timeline, it's only been what like 5 years or something.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know, in the comics you have time to make these changes.
Yeah, I think the main problem is in the beginning of the MCU, it was a really great idea because they're like every movie is like an episode of a TV show.
Yeah.
Where there's some big reveal, usually at the post-credit scene. So you're like, oh, this sets up the next movie, and we're introduced to this character who's going to show up in the next movie and be important, and then we can tie everything together. So they're still standalone enough that you could watch it, enjoy it. If you watch all of it, you like understand the whole world, and it's like this is super cool. At this point, they're not setting anything up. They're not adding new characters or setting up like big events to happen. They need like a bunch of movies to set things up, and they're just doing these like one-off, very like personal character-driven stories. And Marvel just doesn't work well for that because they're just not that interesting.
Oh, and then there's probably like the best superhero since he's probably on par now with like Captain America, but there's Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi's pretty cool.
He could probably just like solo the Avengers.
Yeah.
He's got magic
he's gonna
rings.
be part of the Avengers.
I think they need to stop.
He is part of the Avengers because the after credit scene, the Hulk's like, "Welcome to the Avengers, kid," and then
think
just walks out of his
They
hologram.
need to go hardcore Marvel nerd stuff. They keep like kind of slightly getting into it.
You know
where
what
they're
I
just
want?
like, oh, we're kind of gonna do this and kind of gonna do that, and it's just like they're trying to make it broad audience pleasing, and at the
Yeah.
same time, you just can't. You've gone too far.
They have to make like $2 billion a movie now.
Yeah. And so if it
So,
doesn't
like,
please everyone, they
before-
can't possibly make it.
Before they could have what's his name, the Whip guy from Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
Some random Iron Man villain that's like a C tier guy.
Yeah.
Just be a whole movie.
Yeah.
Nowadays, if you don't have a freaking giant robot coming out of the center of the earth like some Transformers plot,
Yeah.
you're not doing a movie right.
Man, I just miss the days when there was like the 3 Iron Man movies, the
There's still only 3 Iron Man movies.
no, but I mean like when like those were coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when when those were coming out.
I feel like that was Marvel's best moment was when it was ramping everything up to like Infinity
Honestly,
War.
I think the last really good and really like worthy of the hype movie that came out was Avengers 2 Age of Ultron.
I think Infinity War is the best movie
Yeah.
they've probably made. I think
I'm not saying best movie they made, I
Endgame.
mean like best like worthy of the hype. Because
Yeah.
even by the time Infinity War came out, I'm just like, thank God we're done.
Yeah.
But like Age of Ultron, I was still like, okay, what are they going to draw from the comic books, and what are they going to do with this
Yeah.
story to make it really cool?
That was
for-
interesting because it was like Hydra and all this stuff that's
Yeah.
like the main villains, and then it's just kind of like, okay, now we throw Thanos in. They did do it too quick. Infinity War should have been way later. They
Yeah.
could have done so much more and built up to it
Honestly,
more.
we should still be building up to an Infinity
Yeah.
War. Like, I don't know. I feel like they did Infinity War just to end the contracts for Iron Man.
Yeah.
and Captain America. Or not, yeah, Captain America.
I think it was their plan to build up to this point, and then like I feel like they don't have a plan past. They didn't have a plan past Endgame. They're like,
Probably not.
Endgame's gonna be our main thing, and then after that, it's like, now what are we gonna do? Like now we have to do some weird time travel and alternate universe stuff. Like I don't know. It feels like they're just kind of making movies now.
Yeah.
It feels like the Star Wars sequel trilogy, where they just kind of made movies. They didn't really try to make them cohesive.
That's just media nowadays.
Yeah.
I watched.
Which,
okay,
I
I
mean,
did do.
Not
one
everything
thing.
has to be super cohesive,
Yeah.
but Marvel does because that's their whole thing.
I did one thing this week that's worthy to mention. I watched the new Predator movie called Prey on Hulu.
Nice.
It was horrible.
Nice.
It was so cheap. Okay, it's set. Do you guys know anything about the Predator movies?
So
No?
No, not really.
Okay, the Predator series is like pretty cheesy, a lot of it. I mean, especially the first one. You got Arnold Schwarzenegger shirtless running through a jungle saying, "Get to the chopper."
Yeah.
But most of it's got some really cool lore. Anyways, this newest one is set 300 years in the past during 1719, during the Native American days out west. It's supposedly where this predator comes to hunt humans or hunt things on Earth. This Indian lady wants to become a hunter and is trying to prove herself to her tribe. She ends up spotting the spaceship landing on Earth and stuff, and is like, "Oh, I see the Thunderbird or whatever. There's thunder in the sky." And then she's trying to help her brother hunt this mountain lion one night, and she ends up passing out. But right before she ends up hunting it, but the lion hits her off of a tree, knocks her off of a tree. Right before she's passing out, she sees the predator like off in the distance, like cloaked. But then she sees like it like light up or something, something hits it or whatever.
Mhm.
She sees the predator. So then she gets obsessed with finding this predator because it's like the biggest thing she's ever seen, like in the woods. I'm trying to explain this plot interesting, but I realize this is boring as crap. Anyways, there's also this giant trapping group of Frenchmen. This is probably the best part.
Talking about your heritage.
Okay, maybe. I'm not related to these Frenchmen, though. I'm going to put that out there right now if anybody sees this movie. Not my type of Frenchman. Anyways.
He's the type of Frenchman that ordered the Frenchmen to do what they're doing.
Anyways, so to give you the idea of how stupid this movie is, this girl is a want-to-be hunter that can't even kill a mountain lion, right? Okay. We know mountain lions are big and mean and like stuff. Her brother kills the mountain lion, right?
Nice.
Yeah. Anyways, her whole training arc is her dad gave her this axe, and she's good at throwing and hitting trees with it. Yet she can't really hit bunnies or deer with it. She can hit trees though. But her training arc in the movie is when she's frustrated in the woods, as like all hunters would be. She's throwing at a tree, and then she's trying to hit bunnies. She's trying to hunt for bunnies with an axe, and she can't hit them. Well, there's no dialogue about it, but she just like ties a rope to the axe. Like she makes a rope, ties a rope to it, and now all of a sudden she turns into freaking Scorpion with this axe, kills like 10 bunnies, and it's just like she'll throw it, pop it up with the axe, like the rope, and it just flies like Thor's hammer into her hand. I was like, okay, how does she not kill herself? For one, with this axe. She's swinging it around like she's some type of Mortal Kombat character.
She becomes Blake from Ruby. Just guns on ropes.
Yeah, just like, holy crap. Anyways, this whole group of Frenchmen end up capturing the Indian girl and her brother. And, well, they're all being hunted by the predator. These Frenchmen have guns and traps.
Yeah.
And axes, but mainly guns and traps. And they get wiped out by the predator, right? Like just totally decimated. The predator like uses all of his like futuristic technology and stuff. But this Indian girl with little training, besides for her axe with a rope, outsmarts the predator and kills it. Her brother, which is now, because during his arc during the movie was he became the war leader of the tribe, dies because, predator is mean, kills everybody besides for this woman that doesn't know how to hunt. And that's the end of the movie. She goes back to her village with basically every single man that was from the village that dead because they all got killed by the predator. All the Frenchmen probably in North America dead because they got killed by the predator. But now she's the war chief.
Nice.
Of a group of women and children.
I guess if everyone else is dead, you become the war chief.
Here's the thing. This whole movie was made because in Predator 2, which was made in the 90s, I think late 80s, there was a scene where the main character gets the respect of the predators, and the predators give him a gift, which is a 1719, it has a date written on it, Blunderbuster. This woman has the 1718 Blunderbuster and gives it to her tribe. So that tells you that the predators came back and wiped out this tribe
Nice.
and reclaimed the gun. So the movie was for nothing.
Nice.
Nice.
So yeah, that was the movie I watched.
It sounds like Rogue One if it was like really, really bad.
Yeah. You know, okay, there was that one movie. Oh, you know the whole explanation for Obi-Wan,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Where Darth Vader says that one line where he's like, I haven't seen Obi-Wan since. He doesn't finish the sentence.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason they could make
Yeah.
the series. The whole reason they could make that movie for Predators because the freaking Predator from New York hands the main character a blunderbuster from 1719.
That's great.
We'll make this make sense continuity.
Yeah. They're like, don't
We
worry.
didn't even
we'll figure
care.
this out.
We were just like, oh, the Predators killed like an old dude from the 1719.
They've been hunting us
He
for
just
ages.
bought it at
Yeah.
a pawn shop down the street.
But yeah, so that was the whole movie I watched, and I was mad about it while watching it because I'm like, this could be good.
You could be watching an anime right now.
I could have watched
I
an
know.
anime right now, but I'm a diehard Predator fan, so I wanted to watch the new movie, and I knew it came out. So I'm
I
like,
got you. Same reason I gotta
Yeah.
buy the male version of Neko Paro.
Well, I just watched a fantastic movie.
oh, I did get a manga.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, I got.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
It's oh god,
Yeah, drop it on
I'm-
the mics.
drop it
why
on the
don't you?
mics. I got a not Jujutsu Kaisen.
Unboxing podcast. Let's go. Kaiju number
10.
Sorry,
10.
no 3.
Three.
There's only 3 volumes out.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna read this while you guys are talking.
So I watched a great movie
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
It's an old movie. It's like
That's a weird movie name.
2010 or something like that. No, it's earlier than that. 20 whatever. It's called the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. And it is fantastic.
It is a great movie.
It is so good. It has the same like charm of the Lego Batman movie
Mm.
where it's equally hilarious and has like a really great like character progression
Yeah.
at the same time. Man, he rides David Hasselhoff
Yeah.
and they get shot down and they save. Okay, I love that the ending.
He rides what?
They
David
ride David
Hasselhoff.
Hasselhoff. So the ending is
Like Baywatch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
the ending is which the movie still looks really good.
Yeah.
Like the animation and everything really
It's on
holds up.
peak.
Like the human and like animation combination
It
of like
doesn't look
2D
bad.
animation and humans is amazing.
Isn't
It
this
is
the one with Keanu
so
Reeves as
impressive.
Jesus?
No,
No.
that's way new.
Wait, which one are you talking
This
about?
is the
The
original
original.
SpongeBob.
Oh, the
movie.
original.
Yeah.
Oh.
They ride David Hasselhoff. They get shot to Bikini Bottom into the Krusty Krab 2, which is built right next to the original.
Yeah.
And then he defeats Plankton and Plankton gives the explanation. It's just like this jam is too righteous.
His jams are too
They
righteous.
can't handle it. And he's like, they just can't handle this level of rock and roll.
I'm
That's
gonna
amazing.
give a rock.
It's such a good movie. It's beautiful. And then the ending where it's like, wait, where is SpongeBob? And he's just like hanging in the air with his guitar, and he's like, guys, I'm up here. And Patrick's like, I got it. Is he still wearing like the boots and the fishnets? And just like pulls him down.
Oh, that's
It's
great.
such a good movie. I watched that movie like nonstop when I was a child, and rewatching it now, it's only gotten better.
It's only gotten better.
It's like every time I watch it, I understand more of it, and it's so good.
I'm gonna give a rock.
It's a great commentary on so
I
many
can
things.
honestly say I've never seen more than the first season of SpongeBob.
You better watch the movie right now.
The first
I
season,
don't want to watch them. I need to
It's
watch
good.
anime, dude.
the second season.
This is more important than the anime.
Good.
I should like just live and breathe anime and manga. I'm just gonna quit my job
That's a great idea.
and I'm just gonna watch
Weez
nothing
did
but
it.
anime.
We
You
are.
never had a job.
That's true.
I had a job.
You quit it.
Yeah. So I could watch anime and read manga.
Like that's all he does.
The
Like Pyrolis, you're just gonna like support me, right? Like,
What?
You're just gonna like it's only like $7.25 a month.
Man, not gonna lie, I almost got 2 houses for the price of one. I was gonna rent you out the second house for like $800.
I couldn't afford it.
I had to rent it out to you for whatever you pay this.
I have
This,
to
lovely,
please my 50
You're
You're gonna
viewers.
call this a piece
I
of
have to
crap.
please my 50 viewers on my YouTube channel, and I gotta make sure I make content that they appreciate. That's why I have to watch anime and stay at home and do nothing.
I got
Why
32
did you
subscribers.
have to use your cracked voice?
My cracked voice?
You used your cracked voice.
Maybe this is my cracked voice, and this is my normal voice.
Oh God, I hope it's not your normal voice. You know what we're gonna do though?
Are we
now,
going to add
we're gonna
break time?
Add time.
I got 3 views on my video. Nice.
Oh yeah, he understands me. Yeah.
For the viewers.
I just realized I forgot to put the podcast on YouTube this week. Whoops.
Oh no, our 2 viewers.
He doesn't understand the viewers.
He doesn't understand.
Nobody watches the YouTube podcast.
I know,
No,
that's-
there's one dude. I almost
Dude.
just made this one guy mad. He consistently watches it.
No, you did make him mad. You
Let's
messed up.
go.
You better post the episode right now. That way he has something to do.
I will do it.
He has been waiting.
Come on.
He's like, I'm
We're
gonna
sorry.
unsubscribe in the
We're
next
sorry, my
5
guy.
minutes.
We're sorry that
We love you,
We love you.
John.
We're sorry. Insert name here.
Okay, it's a trivia time now.
Boom has defamed you, and I'm sorry.
It's trivia time.
Wait, did we go to ad time?
no,
Not yet. We gotta do trivia first.
trivia, then add time.
All right. What are the trivia questions?
Okay, trivia. Question number 1. Which band name isn't a stand in JoJo Bizarre Adventure?
Oh God, I'm not gonna know this.
I might not know either.
All right, that's the question. Which band name is not a stand in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
What band name?
Which band name?
Like any band name, or
They just say band name. I'm gonna say heavy metal band name. That might give you guys a little bit more, because you know the creator of JoJo's like a very heavy
yeah,
80s and 60s rock
yeah.
guy. Okay, cool. Next question.
Wait, just any band? That's not a stand?
Which? Because I guess there's a lot of stands or something. Which band is not a stand in JoJo Bizarre Adventure?
There's a lot of bands that aren't stands.
But they want the specific one.
You need to give us a multiple choice.
Yeah, this is a multiple
Oh.
choice thing here.
Okay. They didn't give me multiple choices. Okay.
Gotta make them up.
All right, I'm gonna make them up. All right. Number 1. You guys need to write this down because I'm not gonna.
What?
Yep. These are your choices. Ready?
Yeah.
Number 1, Queen. Number 2, Journey. Number 3, AC/DC. Number 4, Disturbed. There you go.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I know, but I'm not 100%.
All right.
Next question.
Next question. Which anime heavily features music from the genre Eurobeats? First answer is High School DxD. Next answer is Sailor Moon. Next answer is Naruto. Last answer is Initial D. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. Break time. See you all later.
Jam meow.
And we're back.
Now.
Go ahead, Boom.
What are the answers?
Oh.
What?
What?
With
He's
the-
hosting.
Right.
I said, what are the answers? I asked you what are the answers.
Oh, I wasn't listening to you. I was listening to Mr. and
I'm hosting.
All right.
I stole the hosting position.
Ah! First question was, which band is not a stand? Because that rhymes.
Which band is not a stand?
In JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Jojo.
Your answers were, well, your various choice answers were Queen, Journey, AC/DC, and Disturbed. You guys both said, Weez said, AC/DC as your answer.
Yep. I don't know if I'm right.
Pyrolus said Disturbed as your answer. The actual question is, well, you're both right.
Yeah.
High
What?
five.
Let's go.
Let's tie again.
It was a trick question. I made it a trick question. There's 2 right answers.
Dang.
Because the actual right answer that the original trivia question had, before this stupid site made me do multiple choice, was AC/DC.
Okay, cool.
But since JoJo was written, I think in the 80s, I think, right?
It's been currently running since the 80s.
Okay. AC or Disturbed was back in the 90s.
I would by default. Ah!
No, you both win. You both get a point.
Yay.
All right. Question number 2 is, which anime heavily has the music genre Eurobeats? Your multiple choice answers were High School DxD, Sailor Moon, Naruto, and Initial D. Pyrolus said Initial D. Weez said Initial D. The actual answer is
Sailor Moon.
High School DxD. No, it's actually Initial D.
Yeah,
That
let's
was-
go.
Let's go. High five.
We're still tied.
You guys should know that from like the 3 hours we played the Initial D game at JFAX.
Yeah.
All right. I forgot that was an Initial D game.
What?
Yeah.
So we're racing like, man, it says Initial D on the thing, but I don't know what kind of game this is.
You were playing as the main character, Initial. I think his name's Initial. I don't know.
My initial was D.
Your initial was D.
You're D from Elden Ring.
I am Monkey D.
So what are you
So-
gonna do if we
the
tie all the way
will
to
of
then? You're just gonna
the-
buy us both
I don't
something?
Now,
or-
there's going to be a question that's like, how many chapters is in the original Dragon Ball manga? And then whoever guesses like the closest is going to win.
I'm just gonna Google it now. That way I remember it for later.
Nah. If you guys
It'll be
keep
like-
on tying, I'm gonna have to start getting meaner with the questions, and actually like do questions that maybe like I know for a fact that one of you would probably know and the other one probably wouldn't.
That's favoritism.
It's not favoritism. It's more like, how broad is your knowledge? I don't know all your knowledge. You come with a random anime that you watched from 10 years ago and know like most of the plot.
And what's your point? I have good memory.
We have to do an anime opening quiz.
And then Mr. Weez over there is just like taking in anime shows through like IV drip now. He has VR goggles on right now, invisible VR goggles, where
I
he's just
do.
streaming anime into his eyeballs.
I'm watching Classroom of the Elite Season 2.
Don't lie to us, you're watching porn.
Classroom of the Elite Season 2.
I know what you're doing. I saw you hide the camera and that teddy bear you gave to your girlfriend.
Classroom of the Elite...
That's just creepy, dude.
Classroom of the Elite Season 2 has a scene where this girl is like, what do you, like, I don't remember exactly the situation, but she gets beat up or something, and he's like, I can protect you for a price, and she's like, what do you want from me? And he's like, I'm gonna rape you.
Holy
That's how it usually goes in the mafia.
And she's like, she kind of is like lets him, he doesn't do anything, but like kind of shows that she's kind of okay with it, with doing that for what she wants. And he's like, that's not
Wait.
normal for people to be that willing to do
Wait,
something. You
hold on a
have a
moment.
major problem. And
Wouldn't
then it's
that
like,
be
I can be your
consensual at that
friend.
point.
Wow. So this guy threatens
Yeah.
But wait, if she
a
did
crime on this
At
woman.
first I was like, dude, what the heck?
This
Don't,
guy, okay.
don't, why?
I
guy-
see what happened because she consented. It was no longer rape, therefore it was a turnoff for him.
No, but
That's
this
what it
guy,
was.
this guy is such a douchebag. He
He's-
threatens a crime on this woman, and then when this woman's like, "Yeah, I'll do it if you protect me," he's like, "Wow, you're way okay with this." So he just gaslights her.
She kind of brings it up. She's like, what do you want, this? And he's like, yeah.
Oh, wow, that's okay. That
If a
So
woman-
it's not
hold
quite as
on,
bad
what?
as I made it, but it
So
was
she's like-
she was kind of like sarcastically
Dude,
saying
she's
that.
like Howard's mom.
then-
Yeah.
That better not be a burglar coming in
And
to
then he
rape
just
me. It's
says-
just me, mom.
And then he's just like, spread your legs. And she's like, what the heck? And then she does it. And he's like, that's not normal. You've got problems.
what the frick?
He's got a point though.
Yeah.
Like,
and now he's like, now she's her friend. He's also
It would be like
Okay,
it would
this
be
is-
like a serial killer coming into like a suicidal person's house, and the suicidal person being so happy about it that he's about to die that the serial killer's like, dude, like I don't really want to do this.
it just
anymore.
ruins the mood. That's what I
There-
meant.
okay,
It ruins the mood.
There's another scene. This is in the same school where this one girl goes out and she's like, she has the secret and the guy finds out about it. So she comes up to him, she like grabs his hand and puts it on her, and is like, if you tell anyone my secret, I'm gonna say you assaulted me.
Like she put his hand somewhere like
Yeah.
he shouldn't be grabbed. Oh, okay.
She's like they'll find the fingerprints and they'll know that.
this is modern day, right?
Yes. And they'll
she
know
does
that-
realize there's cameras, right?
I don't
We're
know.
not
There
that
probably
smart.
wasn't cameras there. This school is ridiculous.
It's about the
Also,
plot.
her thing about fingerprints. Does she not wash her clothes?
Well, I mean, she could keep the clothes specifically to blackmail him.
This anime sucks.
It's pretty good. It's fine.
Yeah, there's
decent
rape in
show.
it. Weez loves it.
There's not rape in it.
Man, you
took
are
me a moment to
literally
answer that.
watching
Although the one
Engaged
guy-
Kiss just
no.
for the kissing scenes.
I am not.
It is. It is. I
Stop.
watched your edit of it,
Dude,
and
You were like,
That
you
is
came into this
2
room being like,
seconds.
this show, it's not a
Okay,
hentai, but he
to
does
be
sleep
fair.
with every single female in this show.
that was the first things that came out of your mouth.
It's none of it's shown, but it is mentioned.
And that's what you
And-
like about it.
Okay, no,
he
what I
reads the
like
dojins.
it's not what I like about it. What I like about it is that it's a story that's actually with characters who are over the age of 16.
Hey, Weez,
Yeah.
tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
The character is
So you're saying
super
you
cool.
finally
It
found
gets
some.
better.
No, what you're
Engaged Kiss
saying.
keeps getting better. It's significantly better than like Horse.
What you're
Why don't
saying,
you
though.
like Arrow Manga Sensei?
Arrow Manga Sensei's garbage. I watched My Stepmom's Daughter as my ex, and
Dude,
that was awful.
Arrow Manga Sensei has no sexual intercourse in it at all. Meanwhile, you're over here watching hentai.
Yeah, what you're saying is you finally found the good vanilla hentai.
No.
So-
I could have just directed you to some other stuff. You have to go
you
this
watch
far.
High School DxD. You have no
And
place.
he doesn't have sex with anyone.
That's true.
That's because he's a loser, but yeah.
Like he is.
Okay,
He hasn't even
To
tried.
be fair, though,
He's innocent.
The other thing that's really funny about this show is all of those memories that he has of that has been stolen by his current girlfriend.
What do you mean they were
Wow.
Like, she is a demon that has a contract with him,
stolen? Okay.
and she lives with him and is like in love with him, I guess. He doesn't really love her. He's just using her for his goals.
What a
She
Chad
steals
Nafumi
his
Watani.
memories. And so she's stolen all of his memories, the things that happen.
Yeah.
Man, this
And
is
so,
legit just a hentai
In the
plot.
It
latest
is.
episode, she is like upset at him and is like crying under a bridge or something. And he's like, "What's going on?"
This guy is denser.
No, this
Then a
guy,
dwarf
this
star.
guy is actually a great
the demon's
character.
stealing his memories.
Yeah, he has no choice about it.
I bet this demon's one of those girls that like takes the memories and complains that he's doing something, and like, when she tries to explain, he's like, "I have no clue what you're talking about," because he has no clue what she's talking
I mean,
about.
he is kind of a loser, but like, I don't know. He's
What
a
do you
good
mean?
character. He's a loser and he's a good character.
How's he a loser? He slept with like 4 women without any recollection of sleeping with any of them.
He just got attacked by the other girl that was his partner like a long time ago. She like pins him to the ground and it's like, "Remember me?" And he's like, "Oh,
No.
who are you again?"
That's like a scene straight out of a certain
Hentai?
magical
Oh.
index where he loses all of his memories. So the tsundere character that's like in love with him
Yeah.
just wants to murder him even more because he forgot about the last time he fought her. He forgot about the last time she tried murdering him.
Dude, it's like the
so
Batman
she's
movie.
even more mad now.
The Engaged Kiss is legitimately a good show.
It-
Uh-huh.
it-
It's not amazing,
Is the demon the
but it's
pink-haired
pretty
girl?
good. Yes.
I thought so.
Man, the other okay. Pyrolus, you have to agree with me on this. I hope you do. Weez's taste in anime is weird because
It is.
I know,
there's
he
some
doesn't like Arrow
there's,
Manga Sensei, but
there's
he
like
watched this.
legitimately good shows where he's like, yeah, they're just mid. Like they're not
They're
like
fine.
good. They're just blah.
Like what?
It-
Give me an example.
Okay, let's see.
Arrow
here.
Manga Sensei, High
Uh,
School DxD, Rising of the Shield Hero, Overlord.
I haven't seen Rising of the Shield Hero, and Overlord season 1 kind of sucked, but season 2 is not too bad. so
All right,
far.
he's liking it.
I don't know. Evangelion.
Yeah,
But
okay.
you can't, dude, bro.
You
no.
shut up. I'm
Okay.
pointing at Pyros. You shut
Evangelion
up.
is not an awful show. It's just boring for most of it.
I think it's awful because it's bringing that stupid freaking penguin.
Oh,
needs
what
to
about- oh,
die.
Gurren Lagann. You didn't really
Okay,
like Gurren
that one
Lagann.
is fair.
You did not like
Gurren
Gurren
Lagann
Lagann.
wasn't my favorite, but I think it is a good show.
You use this excuse all the time. You say, "Oh, it's a good show."
It's
but-
a good show. It's
but
not really my thing. It's
No.
post-apocalyptic, which I don't really like.
What's wrong with post-apocalyptic?
It's boring.
It's like modern day, just nonfiction.
And then, and then, I don't know. I didn't care about the mech fights that much. They kind of bored me. That's my problem.
Ow!
I don't know. Mech fights bore me. I don't like mech fights.
What?
Yeah.
I
I don't
kinda
like
see that.
I don't like powered fights where the whole explanation of the powers is just like the will. I mean, I get it, and that's why I think
It doesn't
Gurren
feel like
Lagann is a
there's
good show.
too much
But it's
of
based
anything
off
to
of
lose.
will. Their whole power system is just the will to do something. So it's just kind of
Which
boring.
is
'cause-
why they end up throwing
yeah,
galaxies
which
at
is
each
super
other.
cool.
That
But
is
at the
sick.
same time, like the fights leading up to that are all just like, I can't do it. Oh, I can do it. Rah. So,
Yeah, okay, I understand that.
That's
yeah.
every shonen though.
I know,
That's
but
why
like,
I don't like shonen.
at least some shows they have strategy. Like I like the strategy parts of it. Like Hunter x Hunter has tons of strategy, probably too much. But like, and Demon Slayer kind of has strategy too, because he has to figure out what the demon's powers are to like.
Is
defeat
that the
them.
only reason you like Haikyuu?
Yes,
Wow.
it's the strategy. It's cool.
There's too much talking in all those shows. Like legit. There's like it's a JoJo fight. Every single
yeah,
fight.
yeah.
where
JoJo fights are great.
It's one punch. One punch. But yet
Okay, there
they've been
is
talking
over-
for 16 minutes.
Okay, Hunter x Hunter is especially bad at that, where it over explains things, which they don't always need.
I love fights. Okay, there's an amazing fight. You guys need to, even if you don't watch the show, because you freaking dropped it at like episode 1.
Fire Force.
Jujutsu
Oh,
Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen. I will watch it. eventually.
Jujutsu Kaisen, the way they do the fights is amazing. They will freaking have voiceover while the fight's happening, like full on just
Dang.
fight speed. But they'll have voiceover of why, like one thing's working. Like,
That's kind of cool.
There's this fight where there's this demon, this plant demon, right? And each of the students in the Jujutsu Kaisen Academy have like certain curse powers,
Wait,
right?
this thing's named after the academy.
What?
This thing's named after the school they go to. The manga is.
Yes, Jujutsu Kaisen.
That's like if Harry Potter was named Hogwarts.
Well, they're called Jujutsu sorcerers.
Oh, okay.
So, anyways,
Me and Jitsu my sorcerer.
there's this fight between this plant demon that is like able to sense movement, like a 360
Yeah.
around her. So there's these two people fighting her, right?
Wait, it's a her.
It's a her.
Nice.
There's two people fighting her. And the way they go through this battle is at first they get the crap beat out of them because they're both like trying to do like you get up front and then they'll like swing through the back and like backstab her and stuff like that. And it's not working. Well, anyways, one of the guys starts using his power and they're explaining this all while this high action fight is happening where he can clap and he'll teleport himself and another person and they'll switch places, right? So in order to fight this demon, he takes and basically every single time they move, he's teleporting them. So this fight, while he's explaining this, starts turning into this like ultimate, I don't know, whoever animated this must have like broke their arm during the process. But yes, what?
She's a plant, right?
Yes.
So she's weak to fire, right?
No.
No?
No.
Why not?
She's a demon plant.
So then how do they kill her?
Black flame.
So
There's this power that certain sorcerers can use called Black Flash.
why don't they just light the one guy, like light the place on fire with this black flame, have the guy stand in it, then teleport with the fire.
Because the
lady.
black flame isn't really a flame. It's like them transferring their cursed energy into another thing to harm them. Because cursed energy can actually hurt people. Like I said, they explain this while the fight is happening at full speed.
Curse flame into the grass.
No, you can't do that.
Why?
It's through people. People generate the cursed energy.
Yeah, the person generates cursed energy into the grass.
But it's not an actual flame. It's an energy that looks like a black flame. You have to watch the show to get it.
Well, anyways, this show, okay, no matter
Just high
what
five.
happens, no matter when it was explained, it's explained how they defeat the people.
Yes, they explain
I don't
it.
like fights where they don't explain how they defeat the people.
I do somewhat agree with you, but sometimes that show is kind of the best.
Like, I think Like Horse Recoil's fights are super cool.
Yeah.
I don't feel like the story is super great around it, but the fights themselves are really great. And they like how like she dodges the bullets, and that's like a thing that she can do. And it's
Yeah.
really cool on how they like animate it. She'll like turn her head and then the bullet will like go through her hair and stuff. It's really cool.
Although I have a complaint about that. How many times has that happened in the show? She would be bald by now.
That's true. You see a huge chunk of her
Yeah,
hair get taken
like
out.
there should just be bald spots
Yeah.
on her head.
That would make her too not kawaii, and they wouldn't do that.
Well, I guess they gave her a mechanical heart, so maybe she just has like mechanical hair.
Maybe
I don't know.
it hits her hair and
She's just, like-
reflects back.
She's just the modern day Hakimaru. And
Yeah.
actually has no real body parts.
I just like
Uh,
watching fights when they happen.
That's me too. I like.
I
a
do
good
like watching-
silent fight.
Okay, it depends. What is the purpose of the fight in the show? Like, is the fight the main show? Like, is it a shonen where the fights are that important? Or is it just kind of a thing that happens? Like One Punch Man, the fights aren't important.
Yeah.
It's everything around it that's important.
Even
Same
One
with
Punch
Mob
Man
Psycho.
though still follows to the theme of talking right before
Yeah.
the fight.
Well, the idea of One Punch Man is it's a parody, and it hypes up all the villains as like, these are the most epic villains of all time. And then One Punch
I'm
Man's
not
just
even.
like,
I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking like Genos's.
yeah.
Every single time he gets punched down, he has to do this
Yeah.
whole epic monologue.
Yeah, exactly. It's all
And
the
then
hype
he
up.
goes like Super Saiyan, and then One Punch Man comes in and ruins his Super
Yeah,
Saiyan
exactly.
Yeah, I don't care much for the Super Saiyan moment. I like watching like if we're talking like shows with power,
hmm
let's say it's an isekai that has magic stuff.
Yeah.
I just like watching the magic go voom voom. Oh look, that guy lost. I know why I lost because I could watch and with my eyes see that this magic was better than this one.
I don't know. Most isekais nowadays, I don't like the fights because all it is the guy holds
Hmm.
up his hand, this magic symbol appears, and then a beam of energy comes out.
Yeah. And then the other guy gets defeated
Yeah.
because the main character's super overpowered. Yeah.
Like I don't
Those
know.
fights suck.
One cool. This sounds really bad, but one cool isekai. It's not even an isekai, really. Kinda is. He gets transported back into his previous life, but Redo of Healer does that theme of powers really well. Where since his ability has to be like touch,
Mhm.
like to use his heal ability, he has to touch people, which comes into various different forms. But anyways, his combat style is very hands-on.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of his other styles are very hands-on. But yeah. Anyway, so it's cool. So the fights in Redo of Healer are actually like very intense, where it's not just like the guy stands there, magic portal opens up, and ice bolts come out.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, with a lot of stuff, I don't know. I feel like when you're fighting, while there's a lot of strategy to it, you're supposed to be more. A lot of people are more in the moment.
I think
Yes.
the problem is the people are in the moment, but as the audience, I don't care unless I know what's really going on. There are certain times where if it's explained to you beforehand and then you see it happen in real time, like Horse Recoil explains, she can dodge bullets because she's just ridiculous. And
Well,
then you
yeah, and the way-
actually watch it real time happen and you understand like she's doing this because she can dodge bullets real time. That's super cool.
Well, and they do it in a super cool way where they're interjecting between a fight and like a conversation between two of the grown-ups that trained
Yeah.
these people. So like the Chisato, what is her name?
Chisato.
Chisato
And
is currently fighting a bunch of terrorists, and then the grown-ups just like one of them asks like why Chisato is like one of the best recoil.
yeah.
And he's like, oh yeah, because she trained so hard that she can even dodge bullets. And then they switch over to where she's just like lazily just like dodging a
Yeah.
full on like AK fire from like 2 feet away.
It has to fit within the world, and there has to be a reason for the fight. Like, are you trying to make the fight itself interesting, or are you trying to make like the reason for it interesting? Kind of like if you had a fight that was like a gunfight, there was just 2 people pulled guns on each other, and then one of them shoots the other. You know, it's not very epic or entertaining, but it's realistic.
I would
Cowboy
like to argue,
Bebop says differently.
yes, I was gonna say Cowboy Bebop, Vash, with Trigun. Those fights are mostly just
Yeah, but
there's
he's
some
like,
gunfire.
he ducks behind cover. There's like a ton of
There's
choreography.
a ton of them
There's like,
where he's just like they don't even show him pulling out his gun and like the other person's like dead.
yeah,
So I don't know. Fights like that, the whole like classic like ninja where he
Yeah.
like pop open the sword and then closes it,
hmm
and then like the guy's in 1,000 pieces. Those fights to me are some of the best.
they're kind of cliche though. They do them too much. It's
Now
also
they
boring.
do,
They don't
yeah.
show the action.
I like the types of fights from like Cowboy Bebop, the movie especially, when
Yeah.
like he's just throwing random things at them. Like there's no
Those
explanation
are
given at
cool.
all.
Yeah,
He's throwing random things at him, distracting. You can see what
Yeah.
he's doing as he's doing
and it's
it.
because of the kind of show that it is.
Well, they also use real fighting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like nowadays, like
if you
actual
have an
fighting.
epic fantasy fight, you can't just have it happen and expect everyone to understand when magic
I don't know, I
portals
kind of
are coming in.
argue against that because like
garbage.
when it comes to that, I would prefer the explanation be either before
Yeah,
or after, or maybe
Yeah.
like someone on the side talk. I don't want the main character themselves while they're fighting describing it.
yeah,
That's what I was saying. That's why I think like Licorice Recoil, like Horus Recoil, is they do their fights really well
they
because
do.
they don't have the characters themselves explaining what's happening, like in JoJo,
Mhm.
where freaking Jonathan Joestar is like explaining
That's a
why
it's
his
a-
punch is going to
it's a
connect
beautiful thing
for
though.
16 minutes straight.
It just doesn't make sense because when you're fighting, you're in the moment. You don't have to have the time to think about all the reasons. The only thing you can think of is this is happening now. This is what I have to do to retaliate.
The
This is what I'm gonna do
only
after
time
this.
it works really well is there's this scene from the new Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr.
Mhm.
where he's in this gentleman's bar or gentleman like ring fight, and he's, since Sherlock Holmes is like one of the smartest men on earth, his thought process is so fast that he's like, step 1, discombobulate, and like they just
Yeah.
like slow it down. Then all of a sudden it speeds up where he like just like smacks their ears.
Yeah,
And then it slows down again. It's like step 2, like weaken joints, and he just like hits all the joints.
yeah.
If anime does stuff like that, I've seen a couple, I can't think of any right now, but if they do stuff like that, it's cool.
Yeah. The thing with like JoJo is the entire show is just the fights. Like there's some story stuff that goes on, and then every episode is a fight.
Yeah, but it's
So the
not really a fight.
Entire strategy of the fight is the entire show.
Yeah, but I don't know.
JoJo also has a ridiculous style. Like it's
does,
just JoJo.
But so many of the fights weren't really fights. Like they would move a couple feet, and then it felt like 2 punches and it was done.
yeah, pretty
But
much.
it was just 18 minutes of dialogue.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, you shrunk me with your stand. How exactly does the stand work? I see every 18 minutes you're able to shrink somebody. And they stay shrunken for 2 hours.
But he's like thinking this as he's throwing a Hail Mary at the guy's face for 18 minutes. And I'm just like, I get it because it's ridiculous and it's JoJo, but
Yeah.
it's if Naruto
Yeah.
Naruto did that, nobody would have watched Naruto.
Okay, Hunter x Hunter is the worst for it. It's got a scene. It goes so in depth. Not exactly, yeah, with the fights, but in certain points, it's just the entire strategy of the mission. There's an entire like 6-minute chunk of this episode
Mhm.
that is devoted to why Killua turned left in this hallway
Oh my
and
God.
killed 2 guards. That was like, there was a huge chunk and it lasted forever of Killua he turned left. He told everyone to stay to their course, but he turned left. He didn't even know why he was doing it. It was just some kind of instinct, and he killed the 2 guards. And it was like, this took a fraction of a second, and this was the reason, because this guy was running by, and he was gonna get stopped by the guards.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, stuff like that. I just like to watch and figure it out myself.
You know the best?
The problem with that is you wouldn't be able to, like, it's ridiculously complicated.
I could see that a little bit. You know, one of the best shows that have isekai fights? Overlord. In season 1. He just full on just like when he's fighting the vampire lolly.
Okay, see,
That's one of the best isekai fights because it shows how ridiculous isekai fights are, where they're just buffing for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it's just a giant cloud of explosions and somebody's dead.
I did like that the problem with fights like that for me is that it never, if it just explains what the limits are, how far you can go with this, like just give us some groundwork rules, then I can feel any kind of tension for the characters.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing, though.
Yeah, but then I'm bored.
That was his whole thing, though.
Like, what's the point of the fight?
He made it seem like he did his full-on...
Yeah, which I do
buffs,
like that.
And then he was like, oh, I only used, like, my mid-grade buffs.
Yeah, that was a good, plot thing. But just, like, when it doesn't explain that much, when it's, like, a power show like that, then I can't care about anything that's going on.
Well, he's more of a lot of it is he's exploring how powerful he is. He doesn't understand how powerful himself.
Yeah, I
is
do
either.
get that too.
Like, it's not supposed to be like, oh, this guy's so overpowered. It's great. Like maybe like season 3 starts getting that way. But that's more because you're starting to watch other characters try to fight him.
Yeah,
and you feel the tension on there, and like you know how powerful this guy is.
Yeah,
that's what's building up. It's building up so you understand how powerful he is.
Yeah.
So when you watch other people try to fight him, like, yeah, you're gonna die.
Yeah,
that's kind of why
One
One Punch Man gets exciting, because in the first like season or like first volume of the manga, you're like, dang, is there actually anybody that can stop him? And then you get like to like the Space King or whatever.
Yeah,
and you realize like, oh, like he's legit could just like punch the universe.
Yeah.
The newest chapter is so insane. Is there if I spoil it or
sure?
I don't want it spoiled. I want to read it or watch it eventually.
Okay, this is like chapter like 300 though. So like you're probably gonna.
It's chapter like 93.
There's only 93 chapters.
Yeah.
What?
He actually redrew. He redid the like chapter 95.
What?
So
how's this? How's the newest chapter 93? But he redrew 95.
I misspoke. Let me get the actual.
Also,
number.
how's there 2 seasons of this anime if there's only like 93 chapters?
Because there's a lot in each volume, in each chapter. Yeah.
Okay.
It's at chapter 163.
Okay, that makes more sense.
168 or something.
Let me see if I can find it. It's in my stuffs here. Yeah, there's 161 chapters. No, there's more than that. Where is one?
Weez just said like 169.
Did he?
Or something.
He would be right. They redid one chapter 164.
Okay.
So it's the fight between him and the one guy that's trying to become the monster.
Oh,
they finally fight.
Yeah,
They
I
fight.
heard that arc just ended.
Yeah. It is insane.
Because that guy was getting powerful.
Yeah.
He was like insane.
So you don't want to get spoiled on it, Weez?
No,
I don't want to get spoiled on it either.
It's like there's some stuff that happens and you realize that One Punch is like, Gaara's like, I've hit his limits. And then he does something that was a very big mistake for him to do. Which is one of the reasons why it got redrawn. He did a very bad mistake, I'd say. And then said, like, you don't know how it feels to have this or this. And Saitama, look on his face in this scene because of the thing that happened that I'm trying not to describe.
Is it
like,
kind of like when him and Genos are fake sparring and Genos yells at him for not taking it serious and then he just punches a hole in the mountain?
No, nothing like that at all. He is being... Saitama is getting serious. He's actually getting serious.
Cool.
And Garo's like, haha, you've hit your limit. And then he realizes that he has not hit his limit. He just got a higher limit.
Okay, cool.
That's pretty awesome.
And then proceeds to do certain things that change things and make things happen differently.
Does he go back in time?
Nah, he does things to change things to make things happen differently. So I'm gonna say.
Cool.
If Saitama learns how to time travel, we're all frick. He will legit come out of the manga, change real history, and then like we're just done for.
It was like such a move. Like, geez, and what
I've heard
happened
it's
that
really
made
good.
him do that was insane.
Cool.
And then Genos learns about it because of things. And he's like, oh, dang, okay. Can't believe this happened.
Dang.
Well, I'd like to know about it, but I'd really want to read the manga.
I know, I'm trying to make it so you guys, it's hyped up more for you guys.
Yeah. I've been reading through Kaiju number 8, especially now that I know there's going to be an anime coming out.
Mm.
And then I've been reading Maruko-chan. I want to keep up with that. So those are the manga I've been reading.
I'm waiting for another One Punch Man update.
Nice.
I'm reading One Piece.
You're always reading One Piece.
I'll be done with it eventually.
Someday, when you're dead,
Yep.
The One Piece just started.
No,
There's
it's
people
on
that
the
have
Two
died
Piece.
before
Okay.
One Piece has started.
A lot of people.
think about it this way. What are you gonna do 30 years from now when we're on the podcast and we're talking about your addiction to 3-piece?
He's not gonna make 3-piece.
Yeah, there's no 3-piece. He
Dude,
just started One Piece.
If he finishes One Piece, you're gonna be lucky if you get half of 2-piece finished.
There's like, what, over 1,000 chapters?
Oh yeah.
He finally just... There's over 2,000 episodes, and he just started.
There's
Yeah,
over
the story.
100
He's
volumes.
just getting ready to get to the final arc, which means another 15 years.
What do you mean
What?
the final arc?
No.
He just started the story. There's no final arc. The story just began.
He said
everything else was basically didn't matter.
He said 5 years. He said, I'm gonna finish the story in 5 years. He said that recently. He said that 10 years ago. He said that when he first started writing it.
You're kidding.
No.
the
What?
story is never
It is
ending.
in like one
This
of the
man is going to be hooked up
first
to a computer and
volumes.
just write it all.
one of the first volumes, they're like, how long did you plan to have this when you started it? And he was like, I was thinking like a few arcs. It'd take like 5 years, but I just kept writing and just kept writing and just kept going.
And it's just I bet you his thing is full of like 6 bullet points, and it's like beginning, then bullet point here, and bullet point here, and he just hit the beginning bullet point
Yeah.
because everything else was set up.
Probably.
Man, I'm worried for all the One Piece fans now. Like, they're gonna die of old age.
At least 25% of them have died of
And
old age.
Oda is still gonna be
And
writing.
it just started. I'm not even a One Piece fan, but I'm just flabbergasted that it just began.
Man.
I'm 20 years old.
Yeah.
This thing's older than me.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
just started.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. You think about like Bleach, Naruto, Dragon Ball, like all of these have ended their like original runs and stuff. And One Piece is still on One Piece.
It's like me going out of my bedroom one day and being like, all right, I'm starting life now.
It's like
And then
if,
just resetting everything.
it's like if Tolkien was like still alive and writing. It's like, okay, we're getting close to finishing the Middle Earth.
We're getting close to starting the Middle Earth story.
Man, I'm glad I don't know. I'm glad I
Yeah, I'm not
never gonna
investing
watch-
any time
No.
into this ever.
Yeah, One Piece
Ever.
is it's pretty good. It's not.
I
bad.
don't care. I'm going to die before it's done.
I'm legit glad that One Piece's art style is one of the few art styles I still refuse to watch.
Me too.
Don't watch it. It's not worth.
I'm not gonna
watching.
read it either because the art style is.
The art style is
It's-
weird. It takes a little bit.
I
to get
like
used to.
how much detail he puts into his art style, but I hate the way the characters are drawn.
It is weird. It's very.
I just
goofy.
can't get over
The
it.
story itself is goofy. There's like major plot points that happen
Watch
that are
the art
just
style
so
completely
absurd and
change.
stupid. Like, you know that they do like the nosebleed thing.
Yeah.
They go to this mermaid island and Sanji needs a blood transfusion because he bleeds out of his nose so much that he's gonna die. That is a literal plot point in the story.
Doesn't somebody get isekai that way? Where
Yeah.
he gets a nosebleed and he just legit just dies.
Otome game dude just dropped down the steps.
Dude, it's been a trend with isekais. Like, what's the dumbest way we can make our guy die?
Yeah.
And I'm loving it.
They still haven't beaten the one girl from
Death Parade
that slipped on a
Bar
bar
soap.
soap and broke her neck
Okay, if
after
anybody,
a party.
if any isekai writers ever listens to this specific episode up to this moment, I have your number one stupidest way to die. You know when you accidentally choke on air? Like, we've all just accidentally choked on air. Just full on just drop dead because of it.
There was this one guy that got isekai'd because he tried killing himself. Like, his classroom was being
That
teleported.
makes sense.
Oh, no, so he went up to, like, he was being bullied. Everyone was like crapping on him, and he's like, "I'm sick of life. I hate it. I just want to die." So he goes to the roof and jumps off. And as he's jumping off, same time he jumped, his classroom's like enveloped in a portal. And as they're being transferred, like, he hits the level on the way down. They're on like a level 4, and he looks over at his classmates as they see him. And the isekai starts there, and he gets sucked into the isekai.
Yeah,
Just because he's passing down on his way to try to die.
yeah. That's the one that's getting the anime.
No,
What?
no.
Oh, okay. Thought it was because you said that their classmates got isekai as well.
Do you know how many isekais have their classmates that get
I
isekai'd
don't
as
know.
well?
I don't watch trash isekai or read
I
them.
read it. No, this guy, the new one that's coming out, this guy like was reincarnated in isekai. He was isekai'd, then isekai'd back to his world, raised up again, and then re-isekai'd back to the world.
I do want to watch Reincarnated as a Sword.
That one's good.
That looks
That manga
sweet.
is amazing. I
Like,
love it.
Just the whole picture of like the lolly girl
Yeah.
with the giant fancy fantasy sword. I'm just like, this
Her name's
kind of
Franchon.
Franchon.
I think I saw it at Barnes and Noble,
Dude, it's great. I love it.
so it must be pretty popular.
Is there a lot of manga at Barnes and Noble?
It's a pretty good section. There's a light novels too. They had the what are they called? Goblin Slayer light novels. They had
Nice.
ReZero, a little bit of it.
I spy it from Amazon. Daddy Bezos, give me more monies.
You mean you give him more monies?
No, give me more monies. Give me more credit so I can owe you more. Come on.
Wow. You're one of the people that gave him the ability to deconstruct a bridge because his yacht was too big.
I'm totally going to pay you back. I'm not going to cancel my card after I hit the limit.
No, you're not. Please tell me you're joking.
Already done, baby. Card number 2's in the mail.
No, dude.
The dude that approves
no.
the card is like, I'm getting fired for this.
He's legit. Like, I don't get paid enough for this.
See, what you got to do is you got to get pre-approved for 3 cards and then like get them shipped in and then just spend all on one card, delete that account. The next one, do the same thing. And the third one, that's the card you
Pretty
keep.
sure you can't delete your account if you have like debt on it.
You can if they think you're dead.
How are you gonna
Here's the
accomplish
strategy.
that?
You get all the credit cards. You get the biggest loan you can. You party for a week, kill yourself. Let's go.
Exactly.
They can't.
Wow. Okay.
They can't.
It's called cocaine overdose. Sometimes your heart stops, but then it starts beating again.
And then you get saved at the hospital, and you're like, dang it.
No. You just gotta you gotta make sure you're friends with someone in the morgue. Just make sure you're dead for as long as the they need to confirm you're dead. Then in the morgue, just have them pop out your body, and just your heart starts up, and you're like, all right, thanks, guys.
So basically, you want to be like that one dude that had the life sentence, and he died
Yeah.
for a couple minutes, and he argued like, "I already served my life sentence. Like, I was dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Let me out."
And they let him out because like, yeah, he's got a fair point. He did serve a life sentence.
Like, good thing he had 2 life sentences. He's like, I'll
I
do it
always
again.
wondered why they gave people multiple life sentences.
For
I'm
cases like that.
actually legit makes sense now.
Yeah.
All right, I think we officially ran out of things to talk about. Also, I can like edit out like the whole first part of this episode.
That's a great idea. At least parts of it.
Yeah, lots of it.
I liked all of it. Let's give it all a hug and
Or just
bundle it up and put
reverse
it out there.
order so we get the anime
You
stuff
keep on
first.
telling me to do that. I'm not reverse ordering
It's
anything.
it's for
a pain in the butt.
all you have to
edit
do.
That.
It is not. You just
It is
cut
too.
and paste.
That takes like 3 buttons, man.
Like, it takes me so long to edit. I'm doing such detailed edits, and you just like listening to it for an hour, falls asleep. Oh, where was I? Starts over.
Wait, how have you been watching me edit?
I gotta start editing my episode 3.
You're gonna fall asleep and then just randomly click like splice at a certain point.
Man, that's kind of what I do. I just kind of go until I skip to 30 minutes ahead, and then I wait for like a special part, and I'm like, okay, this looks like a good spot to cut.
Man, you're like any show runner where he's like, here's the cliffhanger, cut.
I have to. I've got a week's worth of footage.
That
I
is
didn't
a good
exactly record. I didn't exactly like plan it out to be like, okay, this is 1 episode. This is 2 episode. I just recorded it that way I can make some out of it later, which is what I'm doing. I was fat back then. I hate it. I can hear my heavy breathing. I hate it so much. I edit a decent amount of it out, but it's still there from time to time.
Welcome to my blind.
I don't know why so many of my friends have problems with heavy breathing.
I was fat back then. I don't anymore, really.
Our friend Val has heavy breathing problems.
That's just
His
because
mic's too
he
close
was
to his
like,
mouth.
No, don't stop.
I'm doing
Don't,
it.
no.
That's because he was just like, hey guys, welcome
Why did
to
you take
my
the
brand
filter
new
off?
episode
Does it
of
have a built-in filter?
Yeah.
of Minecraft.
He like actually has the mic like
It's
right
like
next
that.
to his mouth.
Yeah.
I know. I taught him I taught him proper like leveling.
I'm gonna blow your mind so everybody breathes. And if you're really close to the microphone, you can hear it.
Well, he also had his levels weird.
Oh goodness, I
OBS.
just
I was a
sniffed the-
stupid mouth breather back when I was fat. I breathed like
Oh yeah, I learned to breathe through my nose through things.
it was hard for me to breathe through my nose because I was fat.
I learned to breathe through my nose because I was tired of accidentally getting bugs in my mouth.
That's fair.
Also, okay, I probably saw someone that's breathing through their mouth, and it's like, you look dumb with your mouth open. I don't want to look dumb. I'm
Yeah.
gonna close my mouth.
Kind of me as well. Also, I got this weird thing where I hate the fact that I might have bad breath. And I might not
Oh
know it
yeah,
because I can't really smell my own breath.
yeah.
So it's like I always breathe through my nose because I don't want to be talking to somebody and just like be giving them bad breath.
Yeah.
So the second episode that I just edited out, in like closer to the end, I get out of my chair to go get ice cream.
Yeah.
And then my headset's still on. I'm still talking as I'm making ice cream. And I go back and I start eating the ice cream on mic. The only reason why I didn't edit it out, because I made a funny during it. And I was like, oh.
That's awful. There's
What the frick,
there's
dude?
times
Yeah.
where it's like I make a perfectly
Dude.
good take, and then like some noise happens, and it's like I have to redo this take because the noise happens like right in the middle of this. It couldn't have happened just a little bit earlier during the silence that I could edit
So,
it out.
Imagine that, except for you recorded this November of last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, I know.
And a
That's
lot
not-
about you has changed.
That's not
Just imagine that. Besides for it's on this podcast, where if Lord forbid I asked you guys to repeat yourself once, because it seems like whenever you guys do something funny, somebody freaking smacks the mic. I hate you.
Or someone says a really good joke and two people are talking over them with a different story.
Yeah, like this
That's
one
great.
time see, you already did it.
We need to end the podcast, Pyrolis.
Right, podcasting is ending. Everybody, we're gonna sign off here. You can find us at Baka-Talk Studios
Baka-Talk.
on the anywhere. Just Google us.
On YouTube, we're
Yes.
Baka-Talk Studios. Everywhere else, we're just Baka-Talk.
But we'll be the best BTS around.
I've thought about just changing the name to Baka-Talk Studios.
Baka-Talk
But my
Studios.
thought process is Baka-Talk Studios for the YouTube is like gives us leeway to do a bunch of
Yeah.
stuff. Where Baka-Talk is just the name of the podcast.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway, it's pretty
I'm
good. We're
tired.
gonna be the best BTS ever. That has been Boom. You find him at SirBoom9 on the Twitter.
Yeah.
And that he posts occasionally on the YouTubes at Baka-Talk Studios.
Yes.
Then there's Weez.
I am the Weez.
He is KBW author on Twitter.
Yep.
And KBW anime on the YouTube.
Yeah. Search
Why
that,
don't
you'll
you
find
just
me.
change your name to KBW Anime?
And then
That's not a bad idea.
in a week or two, he is going to be collabing with me. Other than that,
What?
I am Pyrolus. You can find me at Pyrolus2 on Twitter, and just Pyrolus Plays on Twitter, which I'm much easier to find than Weez, despite having far less viewers.
It's so sad.
Other than that, we're going to be signing off. Boom, do you sign off?
Oh, sorry, I was sleeping. I legit just spaced out. Yeah, see you all later. I'll be posting a video. I'm working on it. I have most of the script idea done, but it's gonna be basically, does color make anime more interesting? And just kind of go into the psychology of color and stuff like that through anime.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And besides for that, see you all later. I'm gonna go to sleep now.
Jam meow.
El soy Kunguru.
Bye.